Well. Wait a minute. Are we saying that Myles Garrett got too much money? Because the only way I'm forfeiting $1 million in the case of Myles Garrett is either I got too much money or there is an emergency going on. Myles Garrett forfeited $1 million by not showing up to voluntary workouts. G Sports Nation, we got to talk about this. Welcome, Myles Garrett fans, Cleveland Browns fans alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of the G Sports Nation, where we preach sports. And if you like this video, don't forget at the end to please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know the next time we post another video or go live. And if you haven't become a channel member subscriber yet, what are you waiting on? Man, we got a lot of great content coming on this channel this season. Now let's talk facts. $1 million. Myles Garrett gave up $1 million. I know he's making $40 million a year. But if you're gonna put $1 million incentive, they're basically paying him to show up to the voluntary workouts. And you're giving up $1 million. Man, ain't no way. I want to go over here and read an article about this on heavy.com as they're talking about this thing with Myles Garrett and why and how this came to be with the $1 million being forfeited. But I also want to let you hear Ocho, Shannon, and Joe talk about this on Nightcap, man. I mean, they were blown away too. Man, I don't care how much money you got. $1 million? And you're talking about for the sport that you play? Man, that is nothing to sneeze at. Let's check this article out. It says here, Brown star Myles Garrett loses $1 million after no show. Man, ain't no doggone way. Says here, not showing up to voluntary offseason workouts is going to cost Myles Garrett. Garrett did not show up to phase 1 of the team's offseason program this week. It was expected and something Garrett has done in the past. However, there's a workout bonus in his contract that is based on his participation, per Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio. To earn it, Garrett must participate in 84.375% of the offseason workout sessions, participate in all mini camps, participate in all OTAs, and timely report to training camp, Florio said. If he doesn't satisfy the 84.375% minimum for the first 2 phases of the program and show up for all mini camps and OTA days, $1 million of his 2026 base compensation will be gone. Wow. It says Garrett looks willing to sacrifice the money to stay on his routine. After all, it's worked out for him. Garrett is coming off a record-setting campaign, notching 23 sacks and earning his 2nd Defensive Player of the Year. Man, let me tell you something. This is worked into his contract. I don't know what his routine is, but I'm not going to pass up $1 million. I wonder how far back does this clause go into the previous contract. And so that's why, for me, this is crazy. But also, people are starting to speculate as if this means something else. I mean, Myles Garrett has already said in the past that he didn't want to be a part of a rebuild. Well, the Cleveland Browns are kind of going through a soft rebuild. They got a brand new coach. Didn't bring back the defense coordinator. They're going to have a brand new quarterback in Shedeur Sanders. They're going to have a brand new offense. I mean, this is really a soft rebuild. And stuff like this, even though people are writing it off like it's absolutely nothing. I'm going to let you hear Ian Rappaport. Ian Rappaport, he just blows this off like it's nothing. Check this out.
Myles Garrett, who requested a trade. The Browns repeatedly refused to deal him. Ultimately, he signed a 4-year, $160 million extension. A year later, major changes on the coaching staff. Ian, are we going to see Myles Garrett anytime soon in Cleveland?
It doesn't seem, Tom, like we'll see Myles Garrett anytime soon in Cleveland, which Lamar Jackson showing up was significant. Myles Garrett not showing up does not feel to me to be significant, mainly because this is what he does. And if you're the best defensive player in the NFL and you have a way that you like to either unwind after a season or get ready for the next season, and that works to a point where you break the NFL sack record and earn Defensive Player of the Year again, I would say it probably makes sense to let that person, in this case Myles Garrett, do all of that. Yes, there has been a lot of change in Cleveland. Yes, there has been a lot of discussion about Myles Garrett. Contract adjustment, is he going to be traded? Andrew Berry was very adamant he does not foresee a Myles Garrett trade. They all believe that he will be very much a part of the future. Obviously on that, we will see as we get closer to the season unless something changes. But when we don't see Myles Garrett tomorrow, I will say this will not be a very big deal as far as his standing with the team or anything else.
Ian Rappaport is pretty much writing this off. But I'm just telling you, I just think that Myles Garrett's name is going to come up. I think Myles Garrett's name is going to come up on the first night of the draft. I'm not going to be surprised if some team is going to try to trade for Myles Garrett and try to offer the Cleveland Browns something that they cannot refuse. Because he's already said he doesn't want to be a part of a rebuild. And you got Todd Monken and these guys. Says over here, if you go back to heavy.com, Todd Monken has already said, it says the Browns are entering a new era under head coach Todd Monken, with Rutenberg stepping as defense coordinator, making opportunities for connection and continuity even more significant. Monken addressed Garrett's absence, but made it clear there's no concern there. But I'm still not sure on this. Monken said, first of all, as I've said before, this is voluntary for our players to be here, but there's $1 million involved. Come on, man. This man gave up $1 million. And I know, it's like, oh, that's no big deal. I'm sorry. I just think that's a big deal. It says, I think if you asked every coach in the NFL what they like every player to be here, of course. I think there's certain parts of what we do from a connection standpoint that I think is important to be here. From a schematic standpoint as well. From a work standpoint, not so much. And it is our job to make it to where the guys want to be here. So what did you do? Y'all tell me. I guess $1 million wasn't enough. I guess $1 million wasn't enough incentive for Myles Garrett to be there. Let me let you hear Chad Ochocinco, Unc, and Joe Bad talking about this, and they were dumbfounded on this because it's a meal ticket at stake.
But I'm like Joe though. Ocho, you know damn well if the Bengals put $1 million,
no matter how much you,
you ain't letting that go.
Hey, mine was only $250, and I was there.
$1 million.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm there. I'm there. And it's funny too, Uncle. When it comes to my craft in general, you don't have to incentivize for me.
I get it. Yeah. Now understand, Myles Garrett has his own off-season workout plan. But it's obvious that they put in the new deal, they put this in there because they're basically saying, we're going to pay you to be involuntary. We'll pay you $1 million. Man, I don't know. Man, shoot. You could have came there and gave that to somebody or gave it to something. I mean, it's crazy to me.
Because I love what I do.
Yes.
I love working. I love training. I love being in that environment. But just the fact that to be there, you mean you're gonna pay me just to be there?
Yeah.
And I already like to do it anyway. Well, hell, shoot. Thank you.
No. But see the thing.
Yeah, I'm with Chad on this one, man. I'm not missing no $1 million, man. I'm not missing no $1 million. I'm not telling you that I love money, but I mean they're basically paying me. They're going to basically pay me to be there for what is normally voluntary? Nah, bruh. I'm showing up, man. I'm showing up for that $1 million. I'll donate it to somebody or something before I just leave it on the table and not come to that practice. Man, I'm going to be there. I mean, Trayvon Diggs missed, I think, $500,000 with the Dallas Cowboys last year because he didn't work enough or rehab enough at the facility, I think it was. Man, I'm not giving up money like that. Don't try this team. I mean, don't try these teams. Man, don't try this league. This league is about making money. And I'm not giving them any of my money if it is me. I'm going to make all the money that I can doing the sport that I love. And I'm going to, I'm going to live my life good. If God allows me to live a long life and help people in my family and help people out there in the world who may need things. But I tell you, I'm not leaving $1 million out there. I mean, this is, but again, I think this is another thing that's leading to people believing that there is a chance that Myles may get traded. The way the Cleveland Browns have reworked that contract, now he's giving up $1 million. I mean, it's not the fact that he's not showing up. It's the fact that he gave up $1 million. Chad Ochocinco was saying this in this actual interview. I mean, in this actual show, that he don't think Myles Garrett want to be there. And I've already mentioned some of the things that he said. And it was before he even got the contract. He said he didn't want to play in Cleveland no more. And if the Cleveland Browns want to get rid of Myles Garrett, or I don't think they want to get rid of him, but if they want to kind of get that rebuild going and make some trades and get more draft picks, you're not going to have a better time than now. Even though Andrew Berry said that Myles Garrett is a Brown for life. We're going to see. We're going to see. I'm calling their bluff. I believe on draft night, you're going to hear Myles Garrett's name. Somebody's going to try to throw something at them. 2 first-round picks, maybe even 3. 2 first-round picks, or 2 and a 3 or something. Somebody's going to throw something their way. I am not going to be surprised if we hear Myles Garrett's name on draft night, and I'm not even going to be surprised if he gets traded away from the Cleveland Browns. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, Cleveland Browns fans and NFL fans alike, about this thing with Myles Garrett giving up $1 million. I mean, maybe I'm just broke like that, because $1 million just look different for me. But I don't know, man. If I was getting $40 million a year, I'm not looking at $1 million like it's nothing no more. Because if I had $41 and I got to give up $1, I'm only left with $40. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just doing the math, and the math ain't mathing to me. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, man. Like, share, subscribe. Until the next time, God bless the G Sports Nation, where we preach sports. Peace.